The Milwaukee Bucks just had a very impressive win in a game where they defeated the Orlando Magic while missing their two best players in Jrue Holiday and Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Bucks have firm control of the #1 seed now after the Boston Celtics have blown 3 straight leads. The Bucks are sitting comfortably at 47-18, 2.5 games above the Celtics now, and just last night won a very important game against Orlando. In this video, I'll be breaking down the 3 major factors that led the Bucks to a great team victory in Orlando. However, before we jump into today's video, make sure you guys smash that like button. It helps out the channel so much. And also subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm going to be covering the Bucks in the entire NBA all year long, so make sure you guys join the family and turn on post notifications so you're notified every time I drop a video. And one last thing, comment down below who is the most underrated player on this Bucks team right now. But without any further ado, let's get right into the video. So like I said, before the Bucks walked into the Amway Center, they took down a very healthy Magic team while they were missing one of their biggest pieces in Giannis and Jrue Holiday. They won 134-123 and had a great game from pretty much everybody who touched the floor. A great team effort that goes to show that the Bucks have one of the deepest rosters in the entire NBA. The first major factor I want to bring up is Khris Middleton. Khris Middleton, coming back from injury, hasn't looked like himself until last night, which is a massive sign, especially because the playoffs are, right around the corner. If the Bucks have a 100% Khris Middleton for the playoffs, guys, the NBA needs to watch out. This team could be unstoppable. Anyway, in this game specifically, Khris Middleton took a huge step in the right direction and played very well with the absence of Giannis and Jrue. He dropped an incredible 24 points, 4 rebounds, and 11 assists in this game. The craziest thing was he scored 24 points on only 9 shot attempts. Middleton did a great job drawing fouls and getting to the free throw line in this game, which was vital factor that led to this team victory. Middleton was 13 of 14 from the free throw line. Not only did he do a great job putting up points or putting points on the board, but he also found his teammates all night long, bringing in 11 assists. You don't really see too many of those type of games from Khris Middleton. And he did that just last night as, the main ball handler with Javon Carter. Which brings us right into our second major factor. The second major factor that led this team to a huge win was the depth and overall quality of play by the whole entire bench. Last night, the Bucks had 6 players scoring double-digit figures, and their play was crucial for this team's success last night. These players include Bobby Portis, Brook Lopez, Javon Carter, Jay Crowder, and Joe Ingles. But let's start off with Brook Lopez. Now, I don't know what's been going on with Brook, but he's been incredible over these last couple of games, and he switched into a whole different gear that I've never seen before. In this game, Brook Lopez had 26 points, 6 rebounds, 1 steal, and 3 blocks, while shooting 9 of 14 from the field. Overall, a great game from Brook Lopez, and definitely was vital for this win. Now, let's move on to a guy like Bobby Portis, a 6th Man of the Year candidate so far, has also played lights out all year long and continues to make an impact on this team every single game. Last night, he scored 16 points and 11 rebounds while shooting 8 of 13 from the floor. And another guy who played very, very, very well was Javon Carter, one of my favorite players on the entire Bucks team. A phenomenal defender for his size and can score the ball in spurts. I love his game, and he showed last night why he's so important to this team. Last night, he had 24 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 assists while shooting 9 of 13 from the field and 4 of 5 from three-point land. From there, we got to talk about guys like Joe Ingles and Jay Crowder. 2 off-season acquisitions. Pretty sure last year they got Joe Ingles, didn't really play due to an injury, but this year they got Jay Crowder at the deadline, and he's been an absolute steal so far. I can only imagine how good he's going to be over the the playoff run that they're about to have. Off the bench, these guys will play a huge role going forward, and last night was just a flash of how much they can contribute to this team. Jay Crowder finished the game with 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists, shooting 5 of 9 from the floor and 2 of 5 from 3. And then Joe Ingles lit up the floor with 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists while shooting an elite 5 of 6 from the field and 2 of 3 from 3. I mean, the shooting nights that these guys had, not only these two specifically, but the whole entire team just shot the lights out of the ball. And this is one of the main reasons why the Orlando Magic had no shot in winning this game. The Bucks are absolutely taking over the NBA right now, and with the experience, leadership, and depth of this team, I don't really know if anybody is going to be able to stop them if they're completely healthy in this playoffs. However, before we dive into our third and final factor, make sure you guys smash that like button and join the family if you're new. Also, comment down below, who do you think is the biggest threat to the Bucks this season? Now, moving on to our third and final factor that led this Bucks team to such a huge and vital win was the way they dominated almost every single major category throughout this game. Now, the Bucks scored 32 or more points in every single quarter, and they could not be stopped. In this game, the Bucks led the game in field goal percentage, three-point percentage, free throws attempted, free throw percentage, assists, blocks, and points off turnovers. This felt like a game where the Bucks would, just fall because they were missing some of their biggest pieces. But that's not how this game turned out at all. The bench unit actually proved why they're one of the scariest teams in basketball, just because when you have a guy like Jrue Holiday and Giannis and Khris Middleton, and then from there you have a absolutely loaded bench team, that just calls for some of the most, terrifying basketball you could ever see. And right now, in my opinion, I think the Bucks are, the best team in the NBA and should be taken more seriously. Obviously, they're the first seed in the Eastern Conference. Like I said, 2.5 games above the Boston Celtics, who have blown a couple of games, but the Bucks are just, different. I feel like they're so much different, and at this point of the season, I feel like we could start expecting Khris Middleton to get more playing time and even get right back into the starting lineup for the rest of the season. And like I said before, if Khris Middleton can even come close to what he was before his injury, I mean, guys, we talk about Jrue Holiday, you talk about Giannis, you talk about Khris Middleton, all very good defenders, all can score the ball at a high level, and then you look at their role players. Brook Lopez, one of the best rim protectors in the league that can stretch the floor. Javon Carter, another defensive guard who can shoot the ball like crazy when it matters. And then you got Grayson Allen, Pat Connaughton. Those two guys can shoot the hell out the ball as well. I mean, Grayson Allen, one of the best shooters in the game at times. He's amazing. Then Bobby Portis, 6th man of the year. Jay Crowder, Joe Ingles. I mean, from the top to the bottom of this team, they're just absolutely stacked. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you guys agree? Do you guys think that this Milwaukee Bucks team is one of the best teams in the NBA right now? Or do you guys think the Nuggets or, the Suns or the Celtics could be better? Let me know in the comment section down below. And also, let me know who is your finals prediction. But with that being said, guys, that's all I have for you guys today. The three biggest factors of this game was Khris Middleton returning to the starting lineup, playing like, how he used to play. And then you had, the entire roster, the bench play crazy, and then they just dominated in pretty much every single category, which is why they won. I mean, they shot the ball better, they rebounded better, they had more assists, they had more points off turnovers, they get to the free throw line so much more, so that's the big reason why they won. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about this Bucks roster, and do you think the Bucks will win the finals this season? Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.